that's me, 2018, and I was the speaker on the same stage of TEDx. And as everybody say that life comes to a full cycle, here I am standing in front of you talking about my journey. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sirisha Raju, and I don't know what name to give myself. Maybe you can give me a title once after this 15 minutes. I would like to thank TEDx for giving me this opportunity, and I would like to thank everybody who will come and see me here while listening to me, because I don't think that we can motivate somebody with the success stories every time, but if I can move at least 1%, one person and 1%, then I think whatever hard work or whatever journey I have been through, that will make sense. So yeah, that's me, and I'm here today to talk about something that I'm sure 99% of us have heard this before, that you can't do it. And I'll tell you why is it okay to listen to this thing called you can't do it, because sab sunte hain, everybody listen to this. Everybody, whenever you go up with something in your life, you come up with an idea, and the first thing you can listen or hear is you can't do it, because it's easier to say you can't do it, and it's hard to prove that you can do it. So on this forum, I take this opportunity to thank my parents for giving me the wings to fly, and for supporting me, for nodding their head for all my decisions in life. Because whoever is listening to this, if you're a parent, I have a small thing to say, that please allow your kids to do whatever they want to do, and trust in them that they can do it. I'm sure there's nothing beyond the trust that you can give to your kids. Well, as they say, life comes to a full circle. I embrace my color, skin color, and my curls, and whatever and wherever I come from. And today I've been approached by brands embracing the same thing for which I was rejected. So whenever people say that you can't do it, just don't listen to them. You can do it. You just have to have that time and patience, and the right time will choose you to tell people that you can do it. Well, from childhood, I always was fascinated about the concept of physics, and I had to choose engineering, because engineering or medical is or was the only devoted fields that were chosen by people back then, and I think now also we don't respect the other professions as much as we do these. So I was asked to choose engineering, and I took physics as my primary subject in 12th grade. But I wanted to do something different from others, because this computer science and mechanical and all of these fields were not fascinating me, were not putting me on my toes. So I chose aeronautical engineering, because when I was in 8th grade, I wanted to become an astronaut, and people told me, you can't do it, because I come from a very small village in Odisha, and we did not had internet access, we did not had smartphones in my home. And my father was the only guy who was earning money, and we were 4 people living on him. So we could not afford anything, and I did not had access to know what an astronaut does or how to become an astronaut. So people said me, astronaut to dur ki baat hai, you can't even become a pilot. I said okay. I just listened to it. I did not answer it back then, because as I said, I did not had enough knowledge and enough words to choose to say people. So I said okay, and then I started researching about how to become pilot. If I cannot reach the space, I thought I would end up reaching the sky at least, which is one level down. So I made up myself that I will become a pilot, because as I said, physics was always fascinating, and the concept of how an airplane stays in the air, it's magical. I know we all know how does it happen, but still it's very magical when you think about it. So then that's how becoming a pilot came in my mind, but I know that we cannot afford it, of course. It's an expensive opportunity that is given to people, and I didn't know how to do it. And societal pressure, financial pressure, and a lot more added up to it. But when people said that you can't do it, here I am standing in front of you with a few flights under my belt and saying that yes, I can fly a plane, which you said I cannot. So it's not to prove somebody that you can do it, it's for your own self, why you can't do it. Question yourself. If you really think you can't do it, then don't force yourself. But if you think for at least 0.1% also that yes, there's a scope for it, there's a chance for it, then don't ever stop dreaming. Keep continuing. I'll take you through my journey. How did I get this and how am I standing here? It took me 10 years to do this. People usually start at the age of 18 and that's the legal age, but I started when I was 27. So it took me 9.5, 10 years to come here because finances were always a big burden on me and I didn't wanted to pressurize my parents through this because belonging to a middle class family, people said you can't dream of where you want to be because it's too much. ये कहते हैं हिंदी में कि जितनी चादर होती है उतना ही पैर फैलाना चाहिए, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं करना चाहिए. This is what I have heard and it's there in my brain always because I was told this. I was told multiple times. Every time I went ahead with something, I was told this. So when I was told this, I said, okay, चादर को लंबा करते हैं, उसमें क्या है, हो जाएगा. So this is what I thought. And I started off with engineering, aeronautical engineering. Everybody said it's one of those fields where you can't get a job in India. I said okay, and I landed up in a job, of course, but pandemic hit and I had to give up on the job because of the world that was going, because of the thing that the world was going through, and that happened and I was jobless. Then people questioned that you're wasting your degree. You are sitting home, you're not doing anything, becoming a pilot is your dream, what are you even doing? So I didn't know what to do. To escape from the world, I came to Hyderabad, that is where I was studying. So I chose to work in a sports store as a cashier because I was jobless and also because I wanted to stay connected to planes. That's why I chose aeronautical engineering and that's why I chose the sports store. And people asked me, they made my father also think that what is she even doing? She did a degree, B.Tech, graduate, and she's working in a sports store as a cashier. She's standing there doing billing and all. Why is she wasting her life? But I chose that store because that is right in front of the international airport of Hyderabad. And if you stand at the main door of that store, you can spot the planes taking off and landing. That's the concept of choosing that store, that's all. There's no passion behind that. There's just behind that cashier job. Just the planes right opposite to me used to make me stand there for 8 long hours. I used to work for 90 rupees an hour and every penny I used to put through the beginning of the course. We had to go through paperwork, we had to go through exams, we had to go through medicals. All these were expenses that were being funded by those savings. So I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is to do something when people say you can't do it. So that happened and I worked there for 2 years or something, and then I was again questioned saying you're getting, you know, लड़की है 25 की हो गई है, शादी वादी कर लो. मैंने कहा ठीक है, सुन लिया मैंने. I didn't say anything, I just heard. Again, at 25 also I did not had words to choose to reply, so I stayed silent. I said okay. Then 25, I was 25, time clock is ticking. You have to run, all that was there. So I chose to work for an airline so that I can come a little more closer. So the airplane is here, I was here. Like there's no reach, I can't reach it. So first I took aeronautical engineering, I took one step ahead and the airplane is here. Then I chose to be at the store to see the planes, then I'm here. And then I chose to work for an airline as a ground staff, then I'm here and the plane is right here. So I'm getting closer to my dream. I felt like yes, every step I'm taking, it's making me go closer to what I dreamt of. And I started seeing planes every day. It is very fascinating and it might sound very childish as well, because back in those childhood days, I never had, like the place where we used to stay, we never had an airport, like until last 3 years. I've never seen a plane, I've never been to an airport before. So I took a ticket from Hyderabad to Visakhapatnam just to experience the feeling of how a plane feels from that, you know, from that level, how the world looks, and to build the confidence that yes, I can do it. Because when I said, I didn't tell my parents that I wanted to do this from the childhood. I just told them maybe after engineering. I didn't want to put that pressure on them, because they were always questioned and they were standing in front of me to answer everybody. So I didn't want to put that burden on them anymore. So when I told them, they said, okay, They never said anything when I quit jobs. They never said anything when I chose odd jobs. They never said anything when I was aiming for something which is beyond my reach. And I think that kind of support everybody should get in life, and I think you can do anything in life. So that happened, and I started working for the airline. Once I started working for the airline, I could see planes every day. So that built more confidence in me, saying that yes, I think now I can do it. Somehow I managed to do the finances, somehow I managed to accumulate the money, and I enrolled in a flying school. When I got enrolled in the flying school, I was 27 and everybody around me was 17, 18, 19. And again, you have that age barriers, you have that connection barriers, you have that, right? So when that happened, I still came out of it and I kept pursuing my dream. And then now I'm at a place where I would want to help people, because I have been through a lot to come to this place where I am. I know I'm not there yet. I still have a lot to reach, but I know there are many people who's dreaming a lot, who have big dreams like me, and they want to do something in life. So I'm also working with or through the government to, you know, introduce the scholarship programs and to help people get their dreams through this government policy, because to become a pilot there is no scholarship in India. We have scholarships for all the types of education, but for this we don't have. And why should we stop when the whole India is wanting to fly? We should make them fly. I think for that we need more planes and more pilots, and I hopefully reach to where I want to. So when people say you can't do it, as I said, I never answered them. I always kept silent, because I think that if you can do it, just keep silent. If you know that you can do it, if you know that you can get it, just stay silent and just do your work. You don't have to answer anybody. I think let your work speak. And when people say that you can do it, that's a good thing. Just take it. When you start doing it, people will see you, and then they will come up and say that the same person who said that you can't do it will come up to you and say that I think you can do it. You know, that's the transformation that happens. And once that transformation happens, people say that you did it once you actually do it. And all of these three things have happened in my life, and I think there is a lot. Of course, every phase of your life you will still face challenges, you will still have a lot of pressures which you have to overcome, but don't forget that if they say that you can't do it, you can do it. And for all of this, access to financial support can change everything. I know firsthand how tough it is to fund a dream like mine. That's why having the right financial partner, one that truly understands your journey, can make all the difference. Like Kotak Mahindra Bank, it isn't a financial institution, it's a true enabler. It gives people the financial backing to take bold steps without hesitation, no matter where you come from and what your dream is. I have reached one milestone, but my journey is far from over. I want more aspiring pilots, especially women, to have the financial freedom and support that they need to take off. Because when you have the Hausla and the right financial partner supporting you, you can achieve all your dreams, and the sky is just the beginning.